Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys' Dak Prescott contract held up for one reason, NFL Insider says. The Dallas Cowboys are days away from their first game of the 2024 regular season, but they have yet to sign quarterback Dak Prescott to a new contract. Now, The Athletic's Diana Russini is shedding light on why she says it's taking so long for the two parties to come to an agreement. Appearing Tuesday, September 3rd, on her Scoop City podcast, Russini shared the simple reason why she says the talks between the Cowboys and Prescott are taking so long. The holdup at this point, from what I understand, is about the years the Dallas Cowboys are willing to commit to, she explained. According to Russini, the Cowboys are deciding whether they want to keep Prescott in the fold longer than 2, 3, 4 years, since Prescott is asking for a long-term commitment with the team. Prescott signed a 4-year, $160 million extension with Dallas in 2021 and is set to enter his final year on the deal. He had a monster year in 2023 and the best of his NFL career to date, completing 69.5% of his passes for 4,516 yards, a career-high 36 touchdowns and only 9 interceptions. Of course, plenty of teams could be interested in Prescott if he becomes available going into the 2025 season. In a September 2nd feature targeting each NFL team's biggest weaknesses, Bleacher Report predicted Prescott could end up with the New York Giants if they cut ties with quarterback Daniel Jones. If Jones doesn't pan out this season and gets made the scapegoat in New York while Brian Daboll stays as head coach, Daboll will be on the hot seat heading into 2025, they stated. So, he likely would rather bring in a proven veteran at quarterback rather than rely on a rookie with his job on the line. Prescott will be the top quarterback on the open market if he and the Cowboys can't reach an agreement on a new contract. As a result, the Giants would likely be the first team in line to steal the signal caller from one of their biggest rivals. Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk echoes that sentiment that Prescott could join the Giants. In an August 29th feature about teams who could pick Prescott up in 2025 free agency, Florio listed the Giants as number 1. Their feelings about Daniel Jones became obvious during Hard Knocks. And Jones knows it, he wrote. And it could become a self-fulfilling prophecy. The Jones contract gives the Giants an escape hatch after this season. Wouldn't it be great for the Giants to steal Dak from a division rival? It would be a nice bookend to the Eagles swiping running back Saquon Barkley from the Giants earlier this year. In the same feature, Florio also named the New York Jets, Las Vegas Raiders and Pittsburgh Steelers as possible teams to ink Prescott. Everyone knows Dak has a clear, unimpeded shot to free agency in March, little more than 6 months away, he wrote. Once the 2024 season gets going and some teams win and some teams don't, some teams will start making their plans for 2025. And some teams might start talking to someone close to Dak about next year. Dallas lands untapped running back of the future in shocking trade proposal. The Dallas Cowboys are going to be pulling out all the stops in 2024 to try to get to the Super Bowl. After 3 straight regular seasons of 12 wins, that failed to result in even an appearance in the NFC Championship game, the pressure is being felt by everyone in Dallas organization. The 33rd team proposed a number of trades that would be a win-win scenario for both teams. Running back Israel Abanikanda joining Dallas made the list. The Dallas Cowboys have the NFL's worst running back room. Trading for Israel Abanikanda doesn't completely resolve that issue, but the electric slasher would add much-needed juice to the run game. As of now, Ezekiel Elliott will soak up early down snaps, and then it's up to the uninspiring duo of Rico Dowdle and Deuce Vaughn for explosive plays. Instead, Abanikanda can be this team's 2022 version of Tony Pollard. Abanikanda has routinely created chunk plays since his days at Pitt, and this preseason has highlighted his ability to sprint into the open field. He averaged 6.1 yards per carry, totaling 129 yards on 21 carries with 2 touchdowns. New York Jets 2023 Round 5 RB Israel Abanikanda led all running backs in PFF rushing grade this preseason. New York could use the playmaking but has continued to throw assets at the running back position despite having Abanikanda. 2024 rookies Braylon Allen and Isaiah Davis are more recent investments and are projected for specific roles. Trading for Abanikanda shouldn't cost much since he'll be on the roster bubble. While Abanikanda has had limited NFL experience, he blew up during his final season in college. Dallas could easily part with a late-round draft pick for the opportunity to land their running back of the future. NFL fact or fiction, Dak Prescott should halt contract negotiations with the Cowboys. It's time to make final Super Bowl 59 predictions with the regular season opener between the Kansas City Chiefs and Baltimore Ravens only 2 days away. The MMQB staff will reveal its Super Bowl predictions on Wednesday, so I won't spoil which two teams will make it to New Orleans for my playoff bracket. But I will provide a hint for this week's fact or fiction by analyzing the Chiefs' chances of becoming the first team in NFL history to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. Patrick Mahomes and company, or the field for this season's Super Bowl champion? But before we answer that question, let's take a look at Dak Prescott's contract dilemma with the Dallas Cowboys. There have been way too many discussions about whether the Cowboys should re-sign Prescott because of his postseason shortcomings. Instead, with the regular season fast approaching, the focus should be whether one of the most productive quarterbacks since 2016 should commit to a franchise that hasn't advanced to a Super Bowl this century. There are multiple narratives for the latest QB contract standoff, but in reality, Prescott holds many advantages over the Cowboys. Prescott can either re-sign now with Dallas and become the highest-paid player in league history or wait 6 months and become the highest-paid player in league history for a different team. Regardless of what you think of Prescott's postseason failures, he plays quarterback and he does it very well. There will be at least one team out there willing to pay Prescott an absurd amount of money to play quarterback because the NFL can't seem to find 32 reliable signal callers. This offseason proved that quarterbacks don't need postseason success to break the bank. Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence, and Tua Tagovailoa all recently signed lucrative contract extensions with an annual average salary north of $53 million. The trio of QBs have 2 combined postseason wins. Prescott has a postseason record of 2-5. Prescott and the Cowboys might be better off waiting to hammer out a new contract. Perhaps the pressure of playing for a new deal leads to Prescott taking the Cowboys deep in the playoffs, which would make negotiations smoother in the offseason. Or maybe they're due for a breakup, similar to Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. That worked out well for both sides. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Dak Prescott? Leave your opinion in the comments.